This has come into the spotlight in recent years, China's food safety situation. China's Supreme People's Court and Supreme People's Procuratorate are meeting with the press now to offer judicial interpretation for laws on criminal cases related to food safety. The country's two highest judicial organs will release a range of standards and regulations regarding conviction and sentencing. We now go to the press conference live in Beijing.
安全相关犯罪的定罪量刑标准，提出了相关罪名的司法认定标准，
providing standards for sentencing and conviction for food safety criminal cases in order to provide a serious and standard platform for the punishment of food safety criminal cases and to create a better environment for providing our citizens with food safety. And the second issue I'm going to talk about here is the judicial interpretation on food safety criminal cases. First, the judicial interpretation has given clear sentencing standards for the production and transportation and sales of substandard food stuffs. The appendix number 8 for the criminal code has given a clear definition on what can be considered a violation of the rules. Specific conditions and specific rules have been given on the sentencing standards and conviction standards for a violation of these rules. For example, on the issue of contaminated food or contaminated food sources causing serious diseases among people, we have provided clear standards on the punishment of these crimes. For example, food that contains bacteria, agricultural leftover poisons, and animal products, meat products, poultry products that are contaminated, and also foodstuffs that are banned specifically by the government's codes and rules. And fifth, and other foodstuffs or sources of food that can cause serious illnesses. The judicial interpretation states that all food products that meet these standards will be considered under the new food safety criminal cases judicial interpretation and will be punished accordingly. The judicial interpretation also punishes by looking at the level of harm, the seriousness of harm done to victims by the contaminated or unsafe foodstuffs. In order to punish specifically the issue of food additives, illegal food additives, the judicial interpretation for food safety criminal cases have stated the following. Illegal food additives and the transportation of these food additives have been clear rules, and violation and punishment for these food additives have been laid out specifically. And besides food additives and foods that have been added with illegal food additives, these acts that cause serious harm to people's health should be punished by the standard of production and transportation and sales of illegal and unsafe food. Illegal food additives can cause great harm to people and society, and we have been able to clarify the punishment and rules surrounding the issue from 3 aspects. For example, the using of reused oil, the sales and transportation of materials that can cause great harm to people's health. In food safety criminal cases, judicial interpretation has also clarified that as long as any illegal food additives or food-related materials have been added to foods, that will be punished accordingly to the food safety criminal codes. And any side effects caused by the adding of food additives and other materials that can harm people's health, such as, in some cases, the addition of Viagra, will be punished severely through the food safety criminal codes. All these food-related issues are causing great problems for the safe transportation, sales, and consumption of foodstuffs. Any production and sales activity that do not meet the standards, for example, the use of cleaning products such as detergent in the foodstuffs, will be punished according to food safety criminal codes on the basis of producing illegal and harmful foodstuffs. And also, the addition into food of materials and additives that are directly banned, specifically banned by the government. For example, the use and production of industrial chemicals will be punished accordingly by law. All these acts will belong to the category of illegal operations. And at the same time, because of the fact that these acts also make up the category, and the judicial interpretation also states that all these criminal acts will be punished severely. And also the illegal production and sales of illegal pork will be punished accordingly. For example, the production, transportation, sales of dead or sick pigs will be punished. These rules are laid out to ensure that the production of pork, the sales of pork will be conducted in a safe manner. And also, the judicial interpretation states clearly that any individual or individual unit shall not be able to produce, transport, or sell pork without government-issued licenses. So any violation of these rules will be in violation against the food safety criminal codes. And number 7. Because of the fact that violation of these food safety criminal codes is a broad violation in many cases of different codes and rules, The judicial interpretation has also added specific rules that say in severe cases where numerous criminal codes have been violated at the same time, extremely severe punishment will be dealt in these situations.